And this is the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show on a night where less than their best produced less than an optimal result. Rangers get a point tonight, but maybe missing the sharpness that we've grown accustomed to seeing throughout the year. Welcome inside our Delta MSG studios. John Giannone alongside Steve Valiquette. 3-2 in a shootout. The Red Wings beat the Rangers. This was the first time since December of 2018 that the Rangers played consecutive games that went to shootouts. And you got the feeling, Steve, really almost all the way until the goal was scored that ended up winning it for Detroit, that this was going to go the way so many games have gone this year for the Rangers.
Yeah, you thought so, right? Yeah. Because the Rangers, they lead the league, or at least tied for league lead in come from behind games, as well as one-goal games. So they're a team that we've really understood as one that's always in the game. You know, you can take many different looks at this, but one thing I take away is 19 out of 23 games this season at home, they've gotten at least a point. Okay, so you've established three very important keys that will help you in the postseason. This is a team that has fight, it's resilient, and we go over that almost every game. The one thing about this game that's difficult for me, and I thought about this getting prepared for this afternoon, is you're coming off a game against the Boston Bruins that was very tight defensively. And this was wide open against a Detroit team that wants to go east to west all night long and trade chances. It was just a game where I think the players wanted to get back and play hockey and be offensive and have fun. That was a fun game. You really don't want to play fun games down the stretch, but it's almost like sometimes the players just want to get out there and break out a hockey game. That's what we saw tonight. It's certainly not the way the team would want to play in a postseason push or in the postseason itself. But the guys just seemed like they wanted to go out and have fun, and they did. They were entertaining. That was a great hockey game. I think that everybody that leaves the building tonight would say that was a really fun game to watch.
Yeah, amid the disappointment of not getting the second point, Rangers had chances. Fox and Lafreniere and Strome all could have won it in the shootout, but the Rangers lose in round 6 of the shootout. They went to 9 rounds to win it against the Boston Bruins on Tuesday. The winning goal that night was K'Andre Miller. He scored the first goal for the Rangers tonight in regular time, and it was off an absolutely gorgeous move.
Yeah, and look, I think we talked a lot in the pregame about the range that he has, his skating ability, his reach, how things have changed in the NHL with how very little the defensemen have the freedom to defend nowadays. But we're talking about offense here. And we're talking about offense because he's defended so well recently that he's looking for plays like this where Panarin sets up a pick and now he takes it to the net. Now here's the recognition. The goaltender is outside of the post. This is an overlap. So now K'Andre knows there's no shot here, but there is a move on the wrap. The goaltender has a longer distance. It's about 11 feet now to get across and isn't able to close that gap with his left skate to the post. K'Andre is reading off the goaltender. That's a smart play. Now, watch the way that he reads off the defense. Third period, same idea. Goaltender's in the crease now, but he looks for the pass. So if you lock him down off the pass, he's going to take the shot. And if you lock him down off the shot, he's going to look for the pass. That's what I like about those two plays. You're talking about a guy that's got the freedom because he's earned it to come in off the blue line in that offense. I'm looking all the time for teams in zone on offense to play positionless hockey. Somebody covers for him. Panarin sets a pick for him. These guys are working off this together, but K'Andre's now got that confidence. He's got that growth in his game to try new things.
Fourth goal of the year for K'Andre Miller. That tied the game at 1. It stayed that way for only 90 seconds before the Red Wings took a 2-1 lead, and they brought it into the third, and it wasn't until 8:09 remaining in the third period, with the Rangers' only power play of the night, where they cashed in a way that they've done it so often this year.
Coming off the Boston game the other night where we're talking about Pastrnak being able to score at will from that left circle. He's got 9 goals this season, tied with Alex DeBrincat in Chicago. Well, now Zibanejad, he's got 8. So he's able to open up there. The weapon that this power play has really been something of a marvel to me because Shesterkin's able to set the play up. Now, you don't always have to come back because he can get it up the ice and surprise, and that's something that's welcomed on a power play if everybody is in position to get set up into their routes. Now, Panarin, the job that he does here backwards, John, I mean, are you kidding me with this guy? He had a terrific night.
Such poise.
But opens up so much space for Fox. When you give Fox that much room, he's going to make it happen, and his pass is in the wheelhouse. It's coming just off that inside right ankle for Zibanejad, and he gets down to one knee and he's able to elevate it. So look, that shot wasn't there for him in the first couple of months of the season. Panarin was there. Panarin got a little bit cold. Zibanejad heated up. Panarin missed some time. Zibanejad hasn't relinquished that position. He's going to stay there. He's been so effective. The power play has been great. It's just been hard for them to get on the power play in the first 2 games coming off the break.
Yeah, maybe that has a little something to do with moving your feet and things like that, but that was the 11th power play goal for Mika Zibanejad, 19th overall on the season. That tied the game at 2, and then if you hope to get a point out of the night, who are you going to call? Shesterkin. As the Rangers rely on him so often this season, once again down the stretch, he steps up, and the Rangers don't get to overtime or the shootout without number 31.
From Russia with glove, John. Okay, didn't like it.
I'll give it to you.
I'll tell you what I do like though. Another game where it's 2 or fewer goals against. That's all anybody wants is confidence in the goalie to deliver a chance so that everybody else can enjoy the game and try to create a offensive outcome. But you can't get that if the game gets away from you early, and it seems to never get out of control with him. It's every single night that he's able to keep the team in the game. This was a loose one, and I thought most of the offensive opportunities that Detroit had in the first 2 periods, the New York Rangers had the same ones. They just weren't hitting the net as frequently. He had a lot of hard work, a lot of hard minutes to be able to keep this game intact. That save to close out the 3rd period was awesome. Huge save in overtime. Bertuzzi had his chances, but you can see him. His system never wavers. He beats the pass, complete stop, makes a play here up the ice to Panarin. That would have been just the way this night should have ended. Not able to get a call there or get in all alone, but another one though. It's just another performance. But friends and family, other teams, they might tease you that Shesterkin is the reason why the Rangers are this good. I don't think you need to apologize for having the best goalie in the NHL. Yeah. He's a player on the team like everybody else. He delivers like everybody else. The core group of this team right now, the 5 guys, when you look at Zibanejad, Kreider, Panarin, Fox, Shesterkin, one of those 5 guys every night's a star. And reason why the team is in the position they're in. But now you can just build a little bit around that nucleus, and the team's in a good position. I'm not sweating the loss in the shootout because I think it's just one of those nights out of the 82 where you freewheel a little bit more than you should, and you get away from what's important because you're playing against a team that maybe is a little bit below you in the standings, and you take a little more risk in your game.
Only the 2nd loss for Shesterkin in the last 13, dating back to before New Year's Eve. So 3-2 in the shootout, Detroit over the Rangers.